Hello everyone, my name is Marcus G. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. ForChicago does like to interconnect its shows after all. ForChicago never misses an opportunity to connect the dots. Part of the reason the franchise has been so successful is the way it blends storylines and characters from its 3 different shows. It's exciting to see a physician from Chicago Med appear at the tail end of a Chicago PD episode, even if the circumstances are dire. It adds to the franchise's authenticity. Whenever one of the shows introduces someone in a different line of work, the question invariably shifts to whether we've seen them before in the franchise. The latest episode of Chicago Fire is a perfect example. Darren Ritter, Daniel Curry, called in a favor from his policeman boyfriend, Dwayne Samuel B. Jackson, when Truck 81 went missing. Ritter's boyfriend Dwayne returned an inside man. Dwayne and his detective partner, Navarro, Jonathan Medina, interrogated all the members of Firehouse 51 in an effort to track the truck down. They eventually helped to capture the men who stole the truck, but if you're anything like us, you spent a good chunk of the episode wondering if you'd seen Dwayne on a different show. Since he's a cop in Chicago, has he already been introduced on Chicago PD? Unfortunately, the answer is no. Dwayne did not exist as a character within the ForChicago universe until he debuted in the Fire episode Red Flag. Whether or not he continues to appear on the show depends on whether him and Ritter continue to make their relationship work. Dwayne has never appeared on Chicago PD. That being said, the franchise could easily reckon Dwayne to be a part of Chicago PD as well, or at least had an established backstory with a PD ensemble. Chicago Med pulled a similar trick with Dylan Scott, Guy Lockard, a few seasons ago. Scott worked as a police officer prior to joining Gaffney Medical Center, and despite never being part of the franchise before, the writers made it so that he had a younger sister who was still on the force. Scott was eventually written off the show, but not before the actress who played his sister, Dean Lovin, teased a potential romance with PD's Kevin Atwater, LaRoyce Hawkins, during an interview. Dwayne has not been fleshed out yet, but we have faith in the writers that he will if they decided to keep him around. 4 secrets that Jack Damon could be hiding on Chicago Fire. The new firefighter really seems like he's up to something. Jack Damon, Michael Bradway, is trying too hard. To do what? We're still not sure. The rookie firefighter seems like he wants to make a good impression on the surface, but every time he has a moment to himself, his energy shifts and something ominous shines through. He's obsessed with Kelly Severide, Taylor Kinney, and seems to have made an indirect enemy in Darren Ritter, Daniel Curry. He also seems to be vaguely interested in Firehouse 51's new medic, Lila Novak, Jocelyn Houdin. We think. Again, tough guy to get a read on. Chicago Fire is coming up on its season 12 finale, so we assume we're going to find out what he's hiding and how it impacts the rest of 51. Here are some theories as to what the big reveal could be. Jack Damon is Kelly Severide's son. This is a theory we already explored. Severide got around when he was younger, and Damon is definitely on the younger side. The backstage profile of the actor who plays him, Michael Bradway, suggests he can play characters between the ages of 16 and 24. Related. Wait, could Chicago Fire's newest addition secretly be Severide's son? While he would have to be at least in his 20s, the fact that Severide is in his 40s means it's very possible that he fathered a child before the show even started and didn't realize it. This would add quite the wrinkle to the Firehouse and to Severide's marriage with Stella Kidd, Miranda Ray Mayo, in particular. Jack Damon is a mole for Chief Robinson. We've already seen this storyline play out in Season 12. Jared Lennox, Wesam Quiche, was sent in to be the first medic to work under Violet Mikami, Hanako Greensmith, and he spent his entire time at 51 giving her a hard time and questioning her authority. he was eventually given the boot. Chief Robinson was the one who sent Lennox to 51 in the first place, so we wouldn't rule out the possibility that she would try it again from the firefighting side. It would explain the ominous phone call Damon made during his first episode, the one where he mentions nobody knowing the real reason why he's there. Jack Damon is Kelly Severide's brother. A similar proposition to the first one, but perhaps more likely. Benny Severide, Treat Williams, Kelly's father, had a pretty turbulent personal life, and it would not be a stretch at all to suggest that he had a child 2 decades ago, without telling the rest of the family about it. Related. What happened to Truck 81 on the latest episode of Chicago Fire? Kelly has struggled to make peace with his father's death over the last few seasons, so introducing a previously unknown member of his family may serve to flesh this part of his personality out. It would also make Damon's fanboy, little brother act make a bit more sense. Jack Damon is getting revenge for a past tragedy. Jack Damon is obviously planning something based on his phone call. It's possible that if he isn't working for Chief Robinson, he could be collaborating with others to achieve his own goal. Maybe something went wrong during a rescue mission involving 51. Maybe Damon lost a loved one due to a mistake that a 51 member made. If so, Damon could very well be targeting specific members within 51. This is admittedly the biggest stretch, but given how little we have to go on so far, we have to consider every angle. What do you think Damon is really up to? Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my fast gossip to our channel and stay with us.